Hello everyone, welcome back to my class. Myself Rumana Ali. I hope you all are doing well. Let us talk about milk production. Dairy industry is one of the most important dairy industry is one of the major industries in our country because there is a huge demand of milk and the milk products in our country. Out of 100% of the milk that is produced by the cattle, 60% of the milk is used, 60 to 70% of the milk is used to make the other milk products like to make ghee, curd, cheese, all such kind of things or all such kind of products can be obtained from the milk only. So to produce the milk or to fulfill the demand of the public for the milk, to supply the milk among the people, the farmers or there are many families in the villages who rear the cattle without any benefits. That means cattle rearing is a tradition in most of the families. The family members, they raise the animals or they raise the cattle and they do not find any economic aspect from this, whether they are getting benefit or not. They don't find it or they don't think about it. Just they raise the cattle as a tradition and they provide the fodder to the animals from their fields. As they are farmers, they grow the plants. So from their fields only they bring the dried grass or the green grass and they provide the fodder to their cattle. They do not purchase the fodder from the market. And so in such a way the cattle rearing is a tradition in many of the villages. And when we talk about the varieties of the cattle or varieties of the cows, then local varieties of cows can provide 2 to 5 liters of milk per day, and Murra is also a variety of a cow who can give or who can produce 8 liters of milk per day, and Haryana and Jafrabadi is also the varieties of the cow who can produce more than 8 liters of milk per day. And the foreign varieties like Holstein, these kind of cows can give 25 liters of milk per day. So here we can see that Holstein is a foreign variety that can produce 25 liters of milk per day. If we want to bring these varieties of cows to our country, then we cannot, because the climatic conditions of our country is different. They cannot withstand the climatic conditions of our country. So we can opt one method to increases the milk production, that is crossbreeding of foreign variety with the local variety. So when they crossbreed, they form a hybrid, and the hybrid varieties or the hybrid cows that can be obtained by the crossbreed of foreign and the local varieties, they show the capacity, the increased capacity of producing milk. The milk which is produced by the hybrid varieties is more when compared to the local varieties. In such a way we can opt this method or we can go for this method to produces the hybrid variety so that the milk production can also get increased. Milk collection centers are set up in the different villages. So the milk that is produced by the cattle or that we get from the cattle is collected from the farms and also from the homes, and it is sent or it is supplied to the milk collection center. There the quality of the milk is tested, and after testing the quality of the milk they go for a process called pasteurization. We have already discussed in our lower classes about the process of pasteurization. Pasteurization is nothing but heating the milk at 60 to 70 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes, and after heating immediately cooling the milk. So heating and cooling the milk is called as the pasteurization, and by this process of pasteurization we can store the milk for longer period of time. So the milk can be preserved by following the process called pasteurization. So after testing the quality they go for pasteurization, by which we can store the milk for longer period of time. And after this the quality of the milk depends upon the quality of the food which is provided to the animals. The fodder which is provided to the cattle, that is responsible to show or to produce the quality of the milk. So whenever we provide the fodder to the cattle, it should be nutritious. All the nutrients should be there in the fodder so that the milk or the other food items that is obtained from the animals should be of good quality. They can be of good quality only when the fodder which is provided to the animals is of good quality. So whenever the farmers invest the money to rear the cattle or to raise the different animals in their farms, 60 to 70% of the amount is used in the fodder only. In providing fodder, they use 60 to 70% of their amount. So as they are providing more amount of the money, or as they are investing more amount of the money in providing the fodder to the animals, the quality of the products that we get from the animals depends upon the quality of the fodder that they get. तो अभी हम बात करेंगे मिल्क प्रोडक्शन के बारे में. मिल्क इंडस्ट्री मेजर इंडस्ट्री है हमारी कंट्री की, क्योंकि मिल्क और मिल्क प्रोडक्ट्स का बहुत ज़्यादा डिमांड है. 100% जो मिल्क प्रोड्यूस किया जाता है उसमें से 60% ऑफ द मिल्क तो मिल्क प्रोडक्ट्स बनाने के लिए इस्तेमाल किया जाता है, जैसे कि घी, चीज़ और कर्ड और कई तरह के मिल्क प्रोडक्ट्स बनाए जाते हैं. कैटल रेयरिंग एक ऐसा इम्पॉर्टेंट प्रोसेस है जो कि ट्रेडिशन की तरह भी किया जाता है बहुत सारे विलेजेस में, और वो कैटल को रेयर करते हैं. डिफरेंट एनिमल्स लाइक काउज, बफलोज, हॉर्स, कैमल, ये सारे एनिमल्स को रेस करते हैं होम्स में ही, और उनको भी फॉडर प्रोवाइड करते हैं उनके एग्रीकल्चर फील्ड में से, और उनको रेस करते हैं ताकि उनसे कई डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ फूड प्रोडक्ट्स ऑब्टेन कर सकें. तो बात करेंगे वैरायटीज़ ऑफ काउस की. तो लोकल वैरायटीज़, जो काउ लोकल वैरायटीज़ की होती है वो 2 to 5 लीटर्स ऑफ मिल्क पर डे प्रोड्यूस करती है, और मुर्रा भी एक ऐसी वैरायटी है काउ की जो कि 8 लीटर्स ऑफ मिल्क पर डे प्रोड्यूस करती है, और हरियाणा और जाफराबादी भी ऐसे वैरायटीज़ है जो 8 लीटर्स से भी ज़्यादा मिल्क प्रोड्यूस करते हैं. और हॉलिस्टीन एक ऐसी फॉरेन वैरायटी है काउ की जो 25 लीटर्स ऑफ मिल्क प्रोड्यूस करती है एक दिन में. तो अब यहाँ पर मिल्क के प्रोडक्शन को इंक्रीज करने के लिए एक मेथड किया जा सकता है जिसको हम बोलेंगे क्रॉस ब्रीडिंग. तो फॉरेन वैरायटी और लोकल वैरायटी को क्रॉस ब्रीड करने से एक हाइब्रिड प्रोड्यूस होता है, और वो हाइब्रिड के अंदर की जो कैपेसिटी होती है मिल्क प्रोड्यूस करने की वो इंक्रीज होती है. तो इस तरह से मिल्क प्रोडक्शन इंक्रीज किया जा सकता है. और थोड़े से मिल्क कलेक्शन सेंटर्स भी सेटअप किए गए हैं कई तरह के विलेजेस में, जिसके अंदर मिल्क को सप्लाई किया जाता है फार्म्स में से और होम्स में से. वो मिल्क की क्वालिटी को टेस्ट करते हैं और उसके बाद में एक प्रोसेस किया जाता है जिसको हम बोलेंगे पैस्चराइजेशन. पैस्चराइजेशन में मिल्क को हीट किया जाता है 60 to 70 डिग्री सेल्सियस पे 30 मिनट्स के लिए, और फिर इमीडिएटली उसको कूल किया जाता है, फिर स्टोर किया जाता है. ये प्रोसेस मिल्क को लॉन्गर पीरियड ऑफ टाइम के लिए स्टोर करने के लिए हेल्प करता है. यानी हम लॉन्ग टाइम के लिए मिल्क को स्पॉइल होने से बचा सकते हैं पैस्चराइजेशन की हेल्प से. So this is about the milk production. Selecting an animal for the production of milk. Whenever we go to select the animal for rearing and to get the milk from them, then we need to see certain things. We need to observe certain things, and the first one is we need to see whether it is high yielding variety or not. So we should see whether the animals that is going to be selected for the production of milk are of high yielding varieties or not. If they are of high yielding varieties, then we can go for them, or then we can purchase them. And the next thing that we need to observe is 2 to 3 days observation. We should observe the animals for 2 to 3 days, because on the spot we cannot select the animal. Sometimes the people inject certain hormones by which the cow can produce larger amount of the milk at a time. We cannot select the animal based on the immediate observations. We need to observe the animal for 2 to 3 days. By that we can select the animal who can give the milk in a better amount. And we should see the food or eating habits of the animals, and also the health of the animals should also be taken into consideration while selecting them for the milk production. Let us talk about the practices in keeping livestock. So what do you mean by livestock? Livestock is nothing but the animals that are reared for food and for the transport and for other purposes. So in this way, the animals from which we can obtain the food materials, or the different kinds of food materials can be obtained from the animals, and these animals can also be used for the transportation. Such kind of animals can be termed as livestock. So these animals, or the local varieties of the animals, are getting converted into hybrid varieties. They are grown into hybrid varieties, and they are used in obtaining the different kinds of products. We can get the food items like milk, egg, meat, chicken. All such kind of food products can be obtained from the animals, or can be obtained from the animals that can be called as the livestock. And the animals also provide certain things like leathers, which can be used commercially, and the bones of the animals can be used as a fertilizers. The waste material which is produced by these animals can be used as a manure, and the cow dung is a waste material which can be used to produce biogas. Biogas is very important because it can be used as a fuel in cooking and in other domestic purposes. So in this way, the waste material of these animals also very useful for us in the production of biogas and fertilizers, and it can also be used as a manure in the agricultural fields. So in the villages, the rearing of the cattle is done on the large scale because of the products that can be obtained from these animals. Let us discuss about poultry. Poultry means rearing of birds for the production of eggs and meat. So the rearing of the different kinds of birds like hens for the production of meat and egg, we can call it as a poultry. So when you see the birds like hens in the villages or in the other places, they are of different colors when compared to the hens that are present in the poultry farms. So in the villages, the local varieties are present, and we can call these local varieties of hens as Nattu Kollu. So these are the local varieties that we can find in the villages, but for the commercial production of eggs and meat, we cannot use or we cannot get these products from these local varieties. The different varieties of the hens are grown in the poultry farm to get all these products. So the poultry varieties of hens or the poultry animals or the poultry birds can fulfill 75% of the meat requirement and 64% of the eggs requirement can be met by the poultry hens. So in such a way, the eggs and the meats are the food items that can be obtained from the poultry farms. So India is a country which stands at 4th place in the egg production, and they stands at 5th place in the meat production. Now let us see what are the different kinds of poultry hens that can be found in the poultry farms. So usually there are two types of hens that we can find, and they are layers and broilers. Layers are the hens that lay eggs, and broilers are the hens from which we can obtain the chicken. So the layers can lay the eggs, chicken is obtained from the broilers. Now as I said you that the local varieties are the Nattu Kollu. So these local varieties can be grown well within 5 to 6 years. They take this much time period to show the proper growth, but the broilers are the hens that can achieve the full growth within 3 to 4 weeks. So the farmers, they usually rear the broilers so that within a less time or with a low investment, they can get the more product. And these layers, they lay 300 to 350 eggs in its lifetime. So the layers are the hens that can lay 300 to 350 eggs in its lifetime, and these eggs should be kept properly, or they should be kept in a suitable situation for 21 to 75 weeks. And these eggs that are laid by the layers, they are either sent to the market for consumption or they can be kept for hatching. Hatching can be done by two methods, naturally and artificially, or we can say it as synthetic hatching. So in the natural hatching, the hens, they sits on the egg and they provides the warmth to the egg so that they can get the chickens from them, or the chicks can be produced naturally in this way. And the artificial hatching means the eggs are sent to the incubators where the optimum temperature is maintained through lightning, and under this optimum temperature the eggs are hatched. So in this way, in the incubators or in the other machines, if the hatching is done, then that type of hatching is called as artificial hatching, which can be done through lightning and by maintaining the optimum temperature. Let us see some of the examples of broilers, and that are Anoka, Rhode Island Red, White Plymouth, New Hampshire, White Leghorn. So these are the broilers that can be reared in the poultry farms to get or to obtain the meat from them. Now let us see one local variety, that is Asil. Asil is a local variety hen which is used in the hen fight. The body strength is too high in these kinds of hens. In the local varieties like Asil, we can find the high body strength, so due to which they are used in the hen fight as a tradition in many places. But the hen fight is against the law, so the government has banned the hen fight in many of the places. Let us see the products that can be obtained from the poultry farms. So we can call it as the poultry products. The first is eggs. Eggs are the poultry products that are very beneficial to complete our diet. It is considered as one of the balanced diet because of its nutritive value. The nutritive value of eggs is very high, so it can be considered as one of the balanced diet. And the organization NECC, which stands for National Egg Coordination Community, they have given the nutritive value of the eggs, and they considered the eggs as the better and the good poultry product. The next is meat. We can obtain or we can get the meat from the poultry, and also the litter can be obtained from the poultry farms. Litter is a material that can be used as a manure in the different fields. So these are certain products that can be obtained from the poultry farms. तो अभी हम बात करेंगे पोल्ट्री के बारे में. पोल्ट्री यानी बर्ड्स को रेयर करना एग्स और मीट ऑब्टेन करने के लिए, इस चीज़ को हम पोल्ट्री बोलेंगे. लोकल वैरायटीज़ ऑफ हेंस जो रहते हैं उनको हम नटू कोलो बोलेंगे, और जो लोकल वैरायटीज़ के नहीं होते जिनको पोल्ट्री फार्म्स में रेयर किया जाता, वो वाले बर्ड्स लोकल वैरायटी से डिफरेंट होते हैं. और पोल्ट्री फार्म्स में जो बर्ड्स को रेयर किया जाता है वो वाले बर्ड्स 74% ऑफ द मीट रिक्वायरमेंट को फुलफिल करते हैं और 64% ऑफ द एग्स रिक्वायरमेंट को भी फुलफिल करने के लिए हेल्प करते हैं. इंडिया एक ऐसी कंट्री है जो एग के प्रोडक्शन में 4th प्लेस पे आती है और मीट के प्रोडक्शन में 5th प्लेस पे आती है. और पोल्ट्री हेंस की जब बात करेंगे तो ये 2 तरह के होते हैं, एक है लेयर्स और एक है ब्रॉयलर्स. लेयर्स यानी ऐसे वाले हेंस जो एग्स ले करते हैं, ब्रॉयलर्स यानी ऐसे वाले हेंस जो जिसके अंदर से हमें मीट मिलता है, चिकन मिलता है. ठीक है, तो लेयर्स जो बर्ड्स है वो 300 to 350 एग्स दे सकते हैं उनके लाइफ टाइम में, और ये वाले एग्स या तो मार्केट को सेंड किए जाते हैं आफ्टर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, या फिर इसको हैच किया जाता है. हैचिंग 2 तरह की हो सकती है, नेचुरल और आर्टिफिशियल. नेचुरल यानी हेंस वार्मथ प्रोवाइड करते हैं एग्स को ताकि वो चिक्स में कन्वर्ट हो सके, और आर्टिफिशियल हैचिंग मीन्स ये वाले एग्स को इंक्यूबेटर में डाला जाता है जहाँ पर एक ऑप्टिमम टेम्परेचर सेट किया जाता है और लाइटनिंग की मदद से हैच किए जाते हैं वो वाले एग्स. तो इस चीज़ को हम आर्टिफिशियल हैचिंग बोलेंगे. ब्रॉयलर्स यानी जिसके अंदर से हमें मीट मिल सकता है, और ये ब्रॉयलर्स ऐसे हेंस होते हैं जो कि 3 to 4 वीक्स में ही प्रॉपरली ग्रो हो जाते हैं, और इनके इस्तेमाल से फार्मर्स को डिफरेंट प्रोडक्ट्स भी मिलते हैं और लेस टाइम में ज़्यादा प्रोडक्ट भी मिलता है. अब यहाँ पर थोड़े से वैरायटीज़ दिए गए हैं ब्रॉयलर्स के, जो कि है अनोका, रॉड आइलैंड रेड, वाइट प्लाईमाउथ, न्यू हैम्पशायर और वाइट लेगॉन. ये सारे ब्रॉयलर्स हैं जो पोल्ट्री फार्म्स में ग्रो किए जाते हैं यानी रेयर किए जाते हैं. असील एक ऐसी लोकल वैरायटी है जो हैन फाइट में इस्तेमाल किया जाता है. और पोल्ट्री प्रोडक्ट्स की अगर बात करें तो पोल्ट्री प्रोडक्ट्स में पहले तो एग्स आएंगे, क्योंकि एग्स ऐसे इंपॉर्टेंट पोल्ट्री प्रोडक्ट है जिसकी न्यूट्रिटिव वैल्यू बहुत ज़्यादा है. हाई न्यूट्रिटिव वैल्यू है एग्स के अंदर, और एग्स एक बैलेंस डाइट है जिसको कंज्यूम करने से हमारी हेल्थ अच्छे से मेंटेन हो सकेगी. और मीट और लिटर भी पोल्ट्री प्रोडक्ट्स है जो कि बहुत ज़्यादा यूज़फुल होते हैं. लिटर एक ऐसा पोल्ट्री प्रोडक्ट है जो कि मैन्योर की तरह इस्तेमाल किया जाता है एग्रीकल्चरल फील्ड्स में. सो दिस इज अबाउट द पोल्ट्री. द हेंस विच आर रेयर्ड इन द पोल्ट्री, दे आर fulfilling the demand of eggs and meat, so we can get the different products like eggs and meat from the poultry farms. That's all for today. Meet you in next class. Goodbye.